Hello, you're on the Space Daily News channel. The Indian Space Research Organization will send an orbiter to Venus in 2023 and has invited scientists from around the world to submit proposals for instruments to carry along. The spacecraft is likely to weigh 2,500 kilograms and may have a 100 kilogram payload. It will be launched on India's heaviest rocket, the Geosynchronous satellite launch vehicle Mark III. The orbiter will initially be placed in a large elliptical orbit around Venus that is gradually shrunk. Then the spacecraft will drop the balloon into the planet's atmosphere. The idea is to use a metallic balloon that go deep in and out from Venus' hot atmosphere to study its chemistry. It will carry 10 kilograms of instruments and float down to 55 kilometers above the surface. The Indian Space Research Organization has already selected 12 instruments proposed by Indian scientists, including cameras and chemical analyzers, to study the atmosphere. Now it's hoping other scientists will join. Apart from Indian orbital mission, NASA is sending 2 spacecraft to study Venus. The American Space Agency has earmarked nearly $1 billion to explore the Venus. The funding will divide it equally among the 2 missions dubbed Da Vinci Plus and Veritas, which are expected to launch to Venus between 2028 and 2030. Da Vinci Plus will measure the composition of Venus' atmosphere to understand how it formed and evolved, as well as determine whether the planet ever had an ocean. The mission consists of a descent sphere that will plunge through the planet's thick atmosphere, making precise measurements of noble gases and other elements to understand why Venus' atmosphere is a runaway hothouse compared to Earth's. In addition, Da Vinci Plus will return the first high-resolution pictures of the unique geological features on Venus known as tesserae, which may be comparable to Earth's continents, suggesting that Venus has plate tectonic. Veritas will map Venus' surface to determine the planet's geological history and understand why it developed so differently than Earth. Orbiting Venus with a synthetic aperture radar, Veritas will chart surface elevation over nearly the entire planet to create 3D reconstructions of topography and confirm whether processes such as plate tectonics and volcanism are still active on Venus. Apart from NASA, the European Space Agency has also announced a mission to the neighboring planet. Envision will be equipped with a suite of European instruments, including a sounder to reveal underground layering and spectrometers to study the atmosphere and surface. The spectrometers will monitor trace gases in the atmosphere and analyze surface composition, looking for any changes that may be linked to signs of active volcanism. A NASA-provided radar will image and map the surface. In addition, a radio science experiment will provide the planet's internal structure and gravity field, as well as investigate the surface and composition of the atmosphere. Also, Russia plans to send the Venera-D probe to Venus in November 2029. The spacecraft will include orbital landing demonstration and atmospheric modules. The highlight of this mission would be a long survival of the lander on the stove-hot surface of Venus. The landing module will study the atmospheric composition and clouds during its descent and analyze soil after its touchdown. Like Earth, Venus is some 4.5 billion years old. The planets are of similar size and mass. Experts have long suggested that Venus was once like Earth and is therefore described as its twin. However, Venus has witnessed a runaway greenhouse phenomenon, leading to a dense, carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere, and scientists want to understand how Venus turned to a hellish planet. This was Space Daily News with Julia. Stay tuned!